Hello, welcome back to incomeoasis. My name is Hannah, and in today's tutorial, we are going to proceed into the part 3 of the book cover design with Canva. So, in the previous parts, we have the part 1 and 2. We covered different book covers that were designed in these previous tutorials, and which were Kindle version, the book covers for Kindle version of your book. And for this part 3, we'll be focusing basically on the paperback version, which needs a front and back, right? And I know a lot of people have challenges with designing a paperback cover that is acceptable by Amazon KDP, because they most of them end up designing covers and putting the picture, like the image, the JPG image that downloaded for the that was meant for the purpose of the Kindle. They use it, they import it on their design as the as the front cover of their paperback, which is a no-no for me. I don't know who if that's okay, but for me, I think it's a no-no. And two reasons why I think it's a no-no is: first, it reduces the quality of your book cover, because this is a paperback. It will be printed professionally. It will be it will be bold when printing. So it's not like you are viewing it on your phone or your device, right? So if it's not, the quality is not top notch, if it's not its original quality, then your book cover may end up getting blurry or pixelated. So that is why it's a no-no for me. Secondly, is because you cannot edit your picture, your image, that's the JPG or JPEG file that you use for your Kindle version. When you import it to your paperback front cover, you cannot make edits. So if peradventure any of the text or your design is bleeding, right, it's bleeding on the margin, on the bleed margin, the margin, you can't make edits, you can't adjust them, because they are pictures, they are static pictures. You can't make edits to them. And for these two reasons, I totally discourage people designing their paperback version of the book covers with an already downloaded picture of their Kindle version, Kindle cover. So not to waste much of our time, let's just head over to the video for the business of today. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate you stopping by and always coming back to watch our tutorials. And if you're just joining for the first time, this is where you want to be. So please, I kindly encourage you to subscribe to this channel, like this video if you find it helpful eventually, because I've not done much. So just come with me and let me take you on a journey to designing your book paperback cover design, right? So let's head over to Canva. Okay, before we head to Canva, the few things to note about paperback is that for every book cover you want to create, you don't just create covers for them. You want to create covers from your head. First, you have to format your manuscript and in the PDF version of it, and then check the page count. How many pages does your book have? So it will now determine the template size you're going to impute to get your template, the cover template from either Amazon or Bookow. I personally use Bookow, so for this tutorial I'll be using Bookow because I find it very easy. Um, so let's assume that we have a book that has an interior with page count of 120, or of 120. Let's assume 120, and let's assume our page setup is 5.5 by 8.5, or no, let's do 8.5 by 11, because our previous covers for the Kindle are 8.5 by 11. So let's assume our book is 8.5 by 11 and our page count is 120, right? So we'll head over to Google or any other browser you use and type in Bookow, bookand.com, bookand.com, Bookow. So when you type in Bookow, I'll include a link in the description of the video in case you don't grab. You just type it, you send it, and it will take you over here. When you come over here, you want to click on this KDP cover template generator. Well, when you click on it, it will bring you to this interface where you input your book details. So our book is going to be a paperback. If it's hardcover, you can also select hardcover, or you can do for the both together. You can actually do the both together. But for the purpose of this tutorial, we're working with paperback. You can both use both, but we're working with paperback alone. So our book size is 8.5 by 11. Our page count is 120 pages, and we are doing colored. If it's black and white, just select black and white. But if your book is going to be colored, please don't use white paper, because the size will be quite different, just with a few inches. So if you are using a white paper, if your book is black and white, use white paper. If you're using, if you're intending to print in to upload in the colored version, then you select colored. So for this purpose, let's use colored. The next thing we want to do is scroll down. You can just ignore this ISBN boxes, scroll down to these last two boxes, and then you input the email address you want to receive the template into. After you receive it, you put the email address, you confirm it again in the second box, and then click on this checkbox, and then click on email cover templates. Then you see this interface. They'll ask you if you want to donate, or you or maybe next time. Just click on maybe next time. If you want to donate, you wish to donate, probably if you have using it for a while and you just wish to donate to them, feel free to do that. But for the purpose of this tutorial, we'll be saying maybe next time. Then you hit continue, and in just a minute or a while, after a while, you should get the templates sent to your email, the email you have imputed. So we'll just wait for it to come. Yeah, it's been sent. So this is the template that was emailed. So you can see 8.5 by 11, 120 pages colored. So you go down and click on the, you can see that we have two of them. We have the PNG, which is the first one. This is PNG, the first one, and we have the PDF. For the purpose of this tutorial, we're going to use the PNG, this first one. So you click on the PNG, open it up, and save it to your device, because you need it on Canva. But before then, just zoom out and check what's to this left side. That's the back cover. This will be the front cover. This is the front side. This is the back side. So you come over here and zoom it out to see the size. You can see the full cover size including bleed, 17.532 by 11.250 inches. You go over to Canva and go and type this 17.532. Go to Canva. We'll be working with this cover, with the covers we made the last time in the part 2 of this tutorial. So you go to custom size, you will change it to inches, then you input the width 17.532. Is that right? 17.532. Yes, by 11.250 by 11.250. Then you create new design. So it will be giving us a blank page to design with. Actually, you can, there's another way you can do this, and I'm likely going to show it before ending this very video. But for now, let's make do with this very method. um yeah, so this is the template, the sheet. So for now, this is just an empty sheet. It's still loading. So we'll be working with this template we have. So that means for every book you're going to create a cover for, ensure that you are calculating a brand new cover template for each of them, based on the page setup, the page size, and the book, the manuscript page count. Do you understand? And so the thing you want to do is, a lot of people do this wrong. They go to their gallery and just impute a cover they've downloaded like this, and then bring it over here, and then zoom it out like this, and then change the one at the back to the color they have on this, and then they assume they have the cover, and then to understand, and probably they just write about the author on this back cover, but they're forgetting that peradventure if you have anything that is bleeding, if you have like if these texts here are bleeding, and how do you know they're bleeding? You have to impute the template we saved. Here is it. You bring it over, place it like this, make sure that these purple lines are clicking. This shows this purple line, then you zoom it from this other end, from this other end you zoom it out, you drag it out, you stretch it out to this to the end. Oh my god, what's going on here? Stretch it out like this, you can see. Then you want to reduce the transparency to see if anything is bleeding. You reduce the transparency, then from here you can see if you have anything that is bleeding over on your cover. For the purpose of this tutorial now, you can see this, nothing is bleeding, because most of this, the way I place this element, I made sure that they are well placed, because I already know if they are close to the edge of the Kindle version, when I'm designing the cover for the paperback, it may bleed. So I used to have that in mind, but not everybody will have that in mind. But so let's assume this one of these texts now bleeding on this red line. This red line here, you can see these lines here at the edges like this. Those are the bleed line. These are the bleed line. So if any of them are bleeding, like if your pen name is on this red line, I mean if this your pen name is on the red line, or this one here is touching the red line, or your title is extending to the red line here, either at the top or by the side, and now you can't make edits. You can't make edits, and that makes it difficult for you to adjust those texts. And if you upload your book like that, your cover like that, with the bleeds, it won't pass, because there is either they send it back to you, or if peradventure it goes live by mistake. Let's assume it goes live and it gets printed, your customers will not like that, because it will be cutting off. When the book is printed, it will cut off the text, right? Even when you are trying to upload, when you print preview, you will notice that it will be showing you that red line, that error message that your texts are bleeding, and to tell you to go and change it. But a lot of people don't even know how to fix it. They end up trying and trying and trying till eternity. They can't fix it. So that is why I discourage this. And if you even zoom out, you can see that the quality is not so perfect. You can see the way it's pixelated. The more I zoom it out, it's not coming out well, because this is a picture. Maybe I use PNG or JPEG, and the quality is not so good. And now I'm importing it as my paperback, and it's going to be printed as professional CMYK quality. Then it will be blurry. So because of that, I don't use this method, and I advise you don't use it too. So we will delete it now and use the method that is acceptable, that is good to work with, so you can make edits, required edits. So what you want to do is you want to go over to these options here. You scroll down to projects. You can see, I wish I can see here, this project. When you get to project, you click on it. You must have designed your Kindle version on this same account. Alright, that means on the same Canva account and theme. So when you click project, you see all your projects, and this is the one we're working with. You click on it like this. You will select the very one you want to make the cover for. Let's start with the first one, the somatic exercises. You can select any of them. Select it like this, and it will automatically come here. You can see the way the color, everything fits in the middle. So now what you want to start doing, you want to start shifting the write up to a side, to the front side. And how do you do this? Instead of doing it one after the other, you You may mess the whole thing up, the alignment. So you want to select, press and hold and select. If you're on your phone, if you're on your system, just click on select and click on it and then select and group. Then you select everything you want to group together. We want to group every element here so that we can move them to the front side of this cover. Select every single thing you're able to select. Select every single thing. I'm going to select this. Let me group it first. Then continue to select, continue to select, continue to select, continue to select, and then what you want to do is you want to move it together. You can see the way I moved everything together like this, making sure it clicks like this. So here I want it to be straight. This is not okay. So I think this is now is fine. You can see this is front now and this is back. And you'll be wondering, how do I know the spine? You can decide to add a line, to add an element like this. Go to element and take this shape and make it tiny so that you can make it like a line to separate this, to put on the spine so you can know where your spine is. When you keep moving, you can see this pink line. You can see this pink. I don't know if you can see the pink line. You can see this pink line. That is the spine. So you want to drag it downward. You want to drag it all the way downward. You just the spine. You may actually have to delete it later, just for you to know the spine. But you don't even have to, because you still import your cover calculate template. So where's the spine? This is the spine. Yeah, change the color to probably yellow so you can easily see what you're doing. And yes, the first thing you want to do now we have your cover. What I like to do sometimes is bring this cover to the back like this. Just paste it, copy and paste, bring it to the back. So your back, the black cover is not so plain. You can decide to put about the book or about the author at the back also. It all depends on you. But for people that are lazy and don't want to do that stretch for every single book they create, you may want to just do this style I'm doing. I've seen a lot of people do it, a lot of authors, publishers do it. Just make sure that you can group everything together so you can adjust it well. Group everything together like this. Select and group. So make sure it's in the middle. How do you know if it's in the middle? Don't worry, you still import the template later. Just make sure that this one is on a straight line, is where it should be. You can see this line. Yeah. The next thing you want to do is, I know this is not centralized. We just move it a bit. This is looking like, I'm just guessing now. So another thing you want to do is you want to expand this. You can see this is not touching the spine. It's not touching, but then let it just touch the spine. Let it reach this pink line. Yeah. Then same for this. No, I want to adjust the white one too. I zoomed it out so that I can see what I'm doing. So now let's import, before we make edits to the right of, let's import our cover template and see if anything is bleeding. So this is it. This Oh my god, no. This is it. This pink line has to show. Zoom it out, drag it to the edge, reduce the transparency so you can see the elements. So you can see. So let's assume this pen name now is bleeding. And how does it bleed? That means if it's close to the red line or it's on it like this, that means it's bleeding. You take it up, you can see this line, that line guide showing you where it should be. It should be around that line, this line showing. That's fine over there. And let's assume this other one also, this, I want to select the text on the body now, the front. So, and this cover is on it. So you can take it back, send it back, send it backward like this until your text pops out. You can see I'm sending the design backward. So I select this. If it, let's assume it's also bleeding like this, right, which is very wrong, it will cut off. You drag it back, make all this adjustment. My own is not bleeding, but yours might bleed. You just adjust it and make sure that none of them is on the line. Then your topic also, your title, I mean, you see, check it to see if it's where it's supposed to be. Ensure it's well placed in the middle. You can see those lines telling you it's in the middle. Yes, you can. Also, there's this space up. Don't make it too close to the edge to the top. So somewhere around here is fine. Don't take it like this, no, or like this. Somewhere around here, you can see what that text, that KDP. Look at that where that KDP is showing. You can let your text start from there or somewhere around there. So just shift it to this nudge, and this is it. Then this, let's assume this was also bleeding. You just adjust it and make sure everything, you can see this line. So you keep adjusting everything. You see your subtitle is also bleeding, probably it's bleeding like this or to this side. You make sure you adjust it so everything is in the middle. If it's too big, you can reduce it, right, so that it's not bleeding. And when you have everything in check like this, the next thing you want to do is ensure that this is in the middle too, and ensure no text is on this barcode. Let's assume you want to write about the author and it splits over to, it spills to this barcode and it's covering here. Your book cover will be rejected because I don't want a text write up to be on the barcode, should be covering your write up. So you can't have about the author that is close to where the barcode should be. So that means you have to check the barcode also to make sure that nothing is bleeding with it, because that means it will be covering the text and they won't let you do that. They will send it back to make edits. Make sure everything is in check, is in place, and then when you are done, you want to pick the templates and click delete it, and now you have your cover. You can decide to leave your spine like this, but we didn't measure the spine. Let's zoom it out. You can see that this line is not covering the spine, so it's not covering the spine. That means you can increase it, but I don't want spine. If you want spine, just make sure you increase the vertical line, right, to make to cover, to make a spine, to make your spine like this. Something like this should do. Check for you can use that template to check, but I don't want the spine, so I'll just take the spine out. This was just to guide me to know where the middle of the book is. And this cover now is good to go. You want to export it as PDF print. You come to export, save, download, come to PDF print. And if you are using the free Canva, it will be, this one will be an RGB, best for digital printing. But if you have the pro version, then you can switch over to CMYK, best for professional printing. So this is the best for professional printing for paperback. But if you don't have the pro version, you can still use the CMY and the RGB for the meantime. But then we are going to switch to this, and then you will download your cover. Don't forget, before you download your cover, you must have renamed your cover. Name it to the title of your book and put paperback or PB. This is what I mean by naming. Come here, you can see it's untitled, so that I can know what I'm selecting when I want to upload it. Somatic exercises, paperback. You can spell paperback like this, or just do PB, and then that's it. That's the paperback. Then you come and export. Come over, print PDF print, professional printing, and export. And that is how you have your book cover for paperback without having to have issue with bleeds or quality. Let's download it. I will show you the quality of this one now. When we zoom it out, it won't pixelate because it is the original design. Our text were format where you can see. Okay, so we have it now. You can see how it is. The more I'm zooming it, it's not pixelated. It's very clear. So when you print it, when Amazon print it for a customer, it will be this clear. Do you understand? To be this clear, and that's what you want. So let's go over to, so let's work with, now this is the first cover we worked with, and this is the first method. Second method is, but before then, let's go and check. Let's view the design we just downloaded. Downloads Canva. This is it. So this is what we have. You can see how it's looking good. With this CMYK, the color will be intact upon printing. If you're using the RGB, the color may slightly change from the original color you are seeing now. But for CMYK, this is the exact color they'll be seeing. I think I love this cover. Like, it's giving. The color is popping, everything is just on point. Uh, so that is it. So let's head over and use the second method. Second method is, go back to the design you want to work with. Go to home. These are the designs, the covers we want to work with. And now we want to work with the second option. Let's say we want to work with this one here, and you have them like this together in this. It is still loading. Give me time to finish loading. I want to show you. But this is the where we have the other designs. You can see them here, right? You can see them here, and you want to start making your cover from here. You just go to, this is for people that have the Canva Pro, not for Canva free plan, because you have to resize. So you're on Canva the free plan, you have to use that first method, but you're on the pro plan, you can use this method I want to show you now. Come to these three dots, these options, and then click and come to magic resize and magic switch. Click on resize. You can see the document we're working with, this 8 by 8.5 by 11, the front covers. So you come to magic resize, then you come to custom size. No, not social media. Custom size. Then you enter the size you want. 17.532. If you can remember the size we checked, we used the other time. 17.533 by 11.250. So this is inches. Then you come over here, you can see selected. You come over here, you come no you come over to this place, then you click on, you can see one size selected, all 5 pages. You don't want to apply this size to all 5 pages. You come and untick this all and only tick the one we want to work with. Let's assume we want to work with this cover, page 2. You tick it like this, and then you say done. Then this is the size you want is ticked, this is the size, tick, and this is the page 2. Then the next thing you want to do is you click on continue, then you say copy and resize, and that's pretty much it. You open the 17 points, that's the paperback, and this is it. Don't forget, you have to calculate a new cover template for every book interior that has a different page count and base setup. So let's assume you are working with another page count. that is different from 120 pages. Maybe you are doing 150 pages. That means you want to calculate a new cover template, and that means our size will change from that 17.532 by 11.250. The 11.250 is a height. It will be constant, but the width will change based on the length or the width of the book. You can see how this one fill the whole page because of the design. We are using an element. So first thing you want to do is copy this, highlight all of them, group them together, and the same method we just used to move them to one side. If you want to do this, you oh yeah, just move this first. We'll come back to move that lady. Just move this and ensure that, yeah, move this, yes. So come back to move this lady because you are working with a picture as our front cover. So that means you have to resize afresh. Don't be too lazy to say you want to import an already made design. Don't be too lazy. Adjust it. Cut it to the spine. This is the spine. You can see the spine, the line. Take your time to do this because your quality of the book quality would there'll be difference from when you're importing a cover, a picture. Do this. Yeah, so we have it like this. You can see we have it now. So nothing to hurry about. Then you adjust this to size, and pretty much that's all. And then you have your cover, and then you may want to bring this again, as I said, that you have about the author, or you bring your title backward like this, just so that you don't have a plain sheet at the back. And that is pretty much it. So we are done. It doesn't take time. Then import your cover template. Let's assume now we are working with another cover template for a 150 pages. We are assuming. So here, you just come over here, place it like this, drag it to the other end, reduce the transparency so you can see. If anything is bleeding, you drag it up. Let's say this text is too close. I don't like it too close to the bleed line, even if it's not bleeding, but it shouldn't be too close. Just take it up. You can see that line. Yes, that line. Then extra is in the middle, and you can see that other line too. And pretty much does it. You can see your picture is starting at the front cover, so it's not bleeding to the back cover. You can even decide to, so everything is just intact. This flower is bleeding, but that's fine. It can bleed because if it cuts off this part that's bleeding, if it cuts off, it will not affect our design. So anything that you know that when it cuts off doesn't affect your design is fine. You can cut off. But imagine if your text were cutting off, are going to cut off, it's going to alter your book cover. Do you understand? And that once everything is in check like this, everything is in the box. It's not touching the bleed line, and even the barcode space, there's no text there covering it, and that is all. You can now delete your cover template. If you want to have probably a picture in the background of your back cover, just to beautify your back cover, you may want to just do this: duplicate this picture, adjust it now to be full body, just bring it over here, full body picture, reduce the transparency. Since it's back over, it shouldn't be too bright, and it will contrast with your text. Then after doing that, send it back, so you can go behind your text, send back, so your text now is on top of it. And this is it, your back cover is set. You are going to export again. As before you export, don't forget to name it, so you can see some exercises because you use the same document. So let's say natural skincare paperback PB. You can leave the size or you can remove it. Anyone is fine. So just for you to know that if you want to select your cover, you know what you're selecting. Come to PDF print, CMYK professional printing. It helps so that your book can maintain its color, original color. It doesn't alter the color. And don't forget, don't import pictures of your front cover to your back cover to make your front cover for your back cover to your paperback front cover. Don't import picture. Work with original design. Either you come to project and import, or you just resize from the initial design. Anyone will work. And this is pretty much all about paperback. Don't forget, to get your paperback template, you have to go to Bookow. When you get to Bookow, input your manuscript details, the page setup and your page count, colored or no color. If it's colored print, if it's white paper, just input them as necessary. And and okay, it's opening, and you can see this is pretty much the front and back of it. You can try to duplicate this gray line, this gray triangle. You can try to put it at the back also, just so that it matches. But then if you don't do it also, it's fine. But your cover is set and the quality is top notch. You can see the more I zoom, the more it clears off. It becomes clearer. You can see how sweet this is looking. This cover will not be rejected by Amazon. So what I was trying to explain is that you can bring this shape here now, duplicate it and bring it to the back side also, like this. You can have it like this too. Do you understand? It makes it better. I don't know if you think it's fine, but this is all about paperback. So I hope that with this you will not struggle with designing your paperback covers again, and you no have any issue with Amazon rejecting your paperback cover. Don't forget, don't import your picture for front cover for to make your back cover for paperback. Ensure to start import. Let's go to Canva. Let me show you again. You go to, if you're importing, go to projects, then look for the document you want to import from. Then when you look for it, then you see it, just click on it like this. Let's say you want to import this other one, import it like this, and you can replace the current page or add a new page. This is how it's going to be. You're adding a new page, then you can see the main one is still there. Then you can now start shifting them. Before you shift them, group them so that you don't mess them up. Right, you group them like this, group them. You can even group her too, and then move them together. And then that's pretty much it. Then this other one that is excessive, cut it out until you get to the spine. This is the spine, and your cover is set. Adjust this one to touch to, then that's pretty much it. Adjust your pen name and just make the necessary edits. I don't want to repeat this thing again. And you can put something at the back from here, put something at the back, and you can even try to leave it plain or put about the author. Let's assume you're reading about the author, put anything you want to put there and about the author and the likes, and then you just have it. But ensure that you don't have any text close to the spine, to the barcode, and that will be it. So thank you so much for joining me on this book cover tutorial. If you are yet to subscribe, please do subscribe, as it encourages me and help us grow this channel so that more people can find the content we are sharing on this platform. And if you also find the tutorials helpful, do like the videos, like them, comment, drop your comments so that you can use the comment to probably know the next video to produce or to create next tutorial to create video on. My pardon, I beg your pardon. And yeah, also if you are yet to join our community, do where to join the community. The link will be in the description of this video. join the community of publishers where you can ask questions, you can drop your work, your cover, your manuscript for review, and you have any questions or challenges, you can feel free to ask questions, they'll be attended to. So thank you so much for joining me again, and see you in the next video. So the next tutorial will be a book cover series. We are starting a book cover series. No, my sorry, a cookbook series. We are starting a cookbook series, and the next video will be on how to do your research to get titles. I know we have a video on research already, but I still had people from the community requesting for another video on how to get topics for a cookbook, and we'll be starting with keyword research, niche research for cookbook. So look out for the next video, don't miss out on it, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you. My name is Hannah, and this is Incomeoasis, where we teach you how to make passive income, and the first method we are using is Amazon KDP. So do well to go through the playlists, and this is the playlist Amazon KDP. You can see this playlist. Now go to the playlist and watch any video you think you need to learn from. And then this is the book cover playlist. I'll be adding this very video to this playlist also, so do well to go through the playlist and watch the videos that you need accordingly. Thank you so much, and see you in the next one.